afternoon and welcome to WCBN's broadcast of Michigan women's basketball. Here at Chrysler Arena, the Michigan Wolverines take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. I'm Emily Herrard, and with me today is Alex Lopez. As the Wolverines look to remain undefeated at home, the Wolverines coming into this game at 14-4, 3-1 in the Big Ten. Their only loss to Ohio State, and Minnesota 10-7, 1-3 in the Big Ten. They haven't played because they were supposed to Wednesday, but their game versus Northwestern was canceled. So, Alex, what are some keys to this game for the Wolverines versus Minnesota?
Hopefully, supposedly Caleb Flaherty reported yesterday with some flu-like symptoms. That's never a good sign, but she warmed up today, so expecting her to play. Michigan has to be careful with the two women wrecking crew of Minnesota, of Kenesha Bell and Carly Wagner. Both are in the top 11 scorers for the Big Ten. Kenesha Bell is averaging 17 points a game, 4 rebounds and 5 assists, so she's not hurting anyone getting points on herself. She's finding teammates to score those points. Carly Wagner, on the other hand, is a little bit ahead. She's scoring 18 points a game with about 4.9 rebounds and about 2 assists per game. So that's the women wrecking crew that Michigan has to be careful with if they want to find a W today.
And on the offensive end for the Wolverines, if Caitlin Flaherty is slow and not shooting the ball well, because exhaustion could be a factor for her, who do you look for next on the Wolverines offense?
Well, Haley Tome has been killing it since Michigan started Big Ten play. She's averaging 20 points a game on 69% shooting. So definitely look for her to lead the scoring. As well as, Sierra Thompson and Gondrzik, just to continue this kind of standard they've been put up for the whole season so far.
Yeah, freshman Kaiser Gondrzik has been key for the Wolverines. She's struggled the last couple of games, but I think that's just adjusting to Big Ten play. It's obviously a lot quicker and faster, but she did have a great game against Rutgers, so we'll see if she can get. She did actually have 17 points against Indiana. Maybe I'm being a little harsh on her, but sometimes Wolverine shooters can start out slow, but they get going through it. So starting for the Wolverines, we have Sierra Thompson at guard, Kaiser Gondrzik, Jillian Dunston, Hallie Thome. On the other end, we have starting for Minnesota, Jessie Edwards, number 22, Joanna Hedstrom, 23, Kenesha Bell, 33, Carly Wagner, and number 34, Godiva Hubbard. The Wolverines are in their maize uniform today, and they'll be going left to right on your radio dial. Minnesota will be going right to left.
Both teams trying to figure out the rest of the Big Ten schedule. About halfway through Big Ten play afterwards, trying to get a good seeding for the Big Ten tournament later on, and hopefully a spot in the March Madness tournament.
Yeah, the Wolverines have been going to the WNIT consistently, but the goal is to get to the NCAA tournament. Now, both teams getting ready to face off. Wolverines, one last little huddle before they take the floor.
Pretty good crowd today. Realizing it's Big Ten play. Should be a good game.
Now Hallie Thome ready to tip off against number 10, Edwards. Waiting for the tip-off. It's up, and it's going to be controlled by Jillian Dunston, who quickly gets to the Flaherty. Flaherty drives baseline. Now in the left corner, she picks up her dribble, finds Thome on the block, going up against Edwards. Up and under for the lefty layup. That's good. Michigan on the board first, 2-0. Now the other way, it's Minnesota. Hubbard, she drives the lane, goes all the way right, is fouled. Basket, no good. She'll go to the line for 2.
And just like we were talking about before, Tom taking it, starting off the game with 2 points, and like we said before, all the since Big Ten play started, she's definitely taking it to another level, definitely leading this team, taking that leadership role that this team can definitely take a lot out of it.
The first shot is missed by Godiva Hubbard. So it's still 2-0. The second one is up and in. Wolverines up by 1. Sierra Thompson pushing it the other way for the Wolverines, guarded by Hubbard. She drives, floats it to Hallie Thum for another left-handed layup. That's 4 straight for Hallie Thum.
And Minnesota keeps on just letting Thum get open look. She's going to beat them.
Bell up top, hands it off. Now jump shot by Wagner, that one's in. Now Sierra Thompson once again pushing it up the floor. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Flaherty, feeds it down low on the right block to Thome. Now up top to Kaiser Gondrzik. She gets the screen from Thome. She pulls up for the jumper herself at the right elbow. That one's good.
Both teams going at it strong to start off this game.
Now the other way, Hedstrom hands it off to Edwards, puts up a 3. That one's good. Now it is 6-6. The other way, it's Kaiser Gondrzik. She's guarded closely by Minnesota, but she gets to the basket all the way, splits 2 defenders, no good. Hallie comes there for the putback. Hallie already with 6 points. Now quick shot the other way by Wagner. That one is good. That's a 3. Minnesota takes a 9-8 lead. Quickly the other way, Flaherty with a 3 from the left wing, no good, but Thome's there for the rebound. She gives it back out to Flaherty. Flaherty finds Kaiser in the right corner, no good for 3, but Jillian Dunston brings down the rebound and hands it off to Sierra Thompson. Back to Dunston on the left elbow, back up top. Flaherty for 3, she knocks that one down, 11-9.
Michigan already with three offensive rebounds this game. Definitely something to look forward to as Minnesota's having trouble getting those rebounds.
Bell hands it up top. Another way to Hubbard. Hubbard hands it off to Wagner up top. Guarded by Thompson. She travels. Good pressure by Sierra Thompson. 11-9. 7:36 remaining in the first quarter. Jillian Dunston to Sierra Thompson. The other way for the Wolverines. Thompson guarded by Bell. Now up top to Kaiser. Reverse to Flaherty. Back to Kaiser. Almost stolen the other way by Hubbard, but it's going to go out of bounds and remain with the Wolverines.
And a quick Minnesota substitution. Fernstrom in for Edwards to start off.
Now Kaiser up top. Versus it to Thompson on the left wing. Finds Dunston on the elbow. Dunston takes a couple dribbles to the basket. Draws some contact. No foul. Misses. Thumbs there for the rebound. Misses. Gets her own rebound. Misses. Now Jillian out to Flaherty. She knocks down the 3. 14-9. Caitlin Flaherty not bothered by any sickness.
Doesn't look like it.
Now the other way, it's Hubbard who drives the basket, blocked by Thome, but Minnesota keeps the ball. Now Wagner driving all the way. There's going to be a foul on Jillian Dunston as Wagner gets to the basket. We'll go to the line for 2.
And looks like Michigan's going to take advantage of Thome over Edwards every single time, or throw it over Wagner, Hubbard every time they come down. So Minnesota has to see if they can change up their game plan, or Thome's going to take over this game, as she's already shown with 6 points in just 4 minutes.
And Wagner misses her first. It's 14-9 Wolverines, 6:46 remaining in the first. Wagner knocks down the second one. Now, number 30, Whitney Tejum, checks into the game for Minnesota.
In for Bell.
Now Sierra Thompson to Kaiser, back to Thompson. Now Flaherty left wing, dumps it to Thome, almost has it stripped from her. Flaherty drives, Tries to kick it out to Sierra Thompson, but it is stolen the other way by Tijun. Now Bell pushing it for Minnesota against Kaiser. She drives left, puts it up over Hallie Thome and Kaiser Gondrzik. It's now 14-10. Quickly the other way, it's the Wolverines. Flaherty up top to Dunstan. Now Kaiser into the corner to Thompson. Back to Kaiser. Now down low to Thome. Thome spin moves, puts it up with the right hand, no good. And it's tipped out to Hubbard, who quickly pushes it the other way for the Golden Gophers. Now it's almost stolen by Sierra Thompson. Wagner is able to retain possession as she drives. Kicks it down low to Chinjum, who's blocked down low by Hallie Thome. Now Dunstan up to Thompson, who quickly finds Thome all the way through the righty layup. Hallie Thome running those lanes well.
Coast to coast, as you can say.
Wolverines up 16-12. Now the other way, it's Bell up top, Hubbard. Wagner cuts through the lane, puts up the layup, no good. The rebound goes to Sierra Thompson. Thompson up top, now to Kaiser. Kaiser left wing, cross-court pass to Caitlin Flaherty, lobs it up there, now down low to Thome. Cross-court pass back to Kaiser. Kaiser dribbles, dumps it down to Dunstan on the block, who finds Caitlin Flaherty wide open for three, but no good. Now the other way, Minnesota. Wagner drives against Thompson, picks up a dribble on the baseline, throws it out to Chinjum. It's stripped away by Dunstan, who gives it up to Thompson. The other way, Thompson finds Kaiser, back to Thompson, who puts up a three from the top of the arc. No good, rebound to Hubbard. Hubbard up to Bell. Bell will slow it down with 4:30 remaining in the first, and Wolverines up 16-12. Bell drives against Kaiser, and she's going to be called for the travel as she lost control of the ball on that drive. Now immediate timeout.
Did you see that so far we haven't heard much of the other half of the two-headed monster of the Bell Wagner. Bell's been a little bit quiet so far this game. Just something to see as if that can continue to progress later this quarter and later throughout the first half. But wow, Hallie Thome, like we said,
good start for her. She has 8 points, 4 for 7. They've all come down low. And if you talked about this, but if you were Minnesota, what do they need to do to stop Hallie down low?
well, the last few possessions actually, you can start seeing that Hubbard's been slowly switching to give some support as a double team on Hallie once she gets the ball. But Michigan's quick to react to that and passing it out, because if there's two on Hallie, there has to be someone open, and their ball movement is exposing that double team.
All right, so some stats for you right now. Minnesota shooting 57% from the field. The Wolverines 44%. Minnesota 100% from three, or 2 for 2. The Wolverines 33%. Those 2 threes coming from Caitlin Flaherty, who has 6 points on the afternoon.
Doesn't look too sick. It looks like she's over whatever she had. So it's good to see that Flaherty's back. Overall, both teams actually are looking good. So this is not going to be a decided first half game. It looks like it's going to be something that comes down to the wire. It'll be interesting if Bell picks up the pace. Obviously, it looks like Wagner can shoulder a load, but it'll be easier for Minnesota and the Gophers if that load is being shared between both of them. And coming up next for the Michigan Wolverines, they're actually playing Maryland on the 19th and Nebraska the 22nd before coming back home on the 25th to play Northwestern at 7 p.m. And for the Minnesota Gophers, they're going to be playing Illinois on the 18th at home over in Minnesota. Check that game out on BTN Sports Plus.
And the Wolverines heading to Maryland. That's going to be a tough one. Maryland's only loss is to UConn. Yesterday won their 91st game in a row, setting an all-time record in both men's and women's NCAA history.
Well, breaking their former record of 90
Yeah,
games.
it was their record.
It was their record.
But
and that's just a dynasty over there in Connecticut.
now back in action is the Wolverines as Sierra Thompson crosses the timeline. Hands it off to Kaiser Gondrzik up top. Back to Thompson. Thompson to Dunston. Left elbow. Kicks it out to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Dunston. Back out to Kaiser up top. Sierra Thompson. Flaherty. Cross court to Kaiser who puts up a quick three. That one's in. Freshman now has 5. Now number 21, Jasmine Brunson with the ball for Minnesota. She'll give it to Hedstrom. Now Wagner. Now it's going to be a travel on Minnesota. That's going to be on number 25 for Minnesota, Palma Capucci.
And quickly back in is Bell. It was interesting to see that she was off for a quick second, but Coach Stolings for Minnesota brought her back in immediately.
1912 Wolverines. Kaiser Gondrzik up top. Finds Caitlin Flaherty on the left wing. She's going to get a screen from Dunston. Gives it to Dunston. Now Thome. Thome looking around with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now up top to Gondrzik. Step back three. That one's wide left, and it's going to be rebounded by Minnesota. The other way, it's Bell. She gives it to Hedstrom. Back up top to Bell. Bell has it stolen from her by Kaiser. It's 2-on-1. Kaiser finds Flaherty, puts up the layup that's no good, and the rebound's going to be controlled by Hubbard going the other way to Minnesota. Hubbard, hesitation, gets past Dunston, hands it off down low to Hedstrom. No good. Now Thome with the rebound. Other way, Kaiser. Kaiser cross-court pass to Thompson. Quick pass from Kaiser to Flaherty in the corner for three. No good, but Dunston's there for the long rebound. Now up top, it's Sierra Thompson slowing it down for the Wolverines. Gondrzik, left wing. She gets a screen from Thome. Now Sierra Thompson looking down low to Thome. Posting up number 14, Fernstrom. Her hook shot no good. The other way to Minnesota. Bell against Kaiser. Gets her own shot rejected by the rim, and Thome's there trying to get the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Stays with Minnesota.
Minnesota possession.
Now for the Wolverines, in for Kaiser Gondrzik and Hallie Thome is number 5, Kayla Robbins, and Danielle Williams. Pass down low to Fernstrom, almost stolen, but now it's Bell driving. She loses the ball. Sierra Thompson's there to grab it. Quickly lobs it up to Caitlin Flaherty, who gets the layup as she falls down. 21-12, Wolverines. Bell hands it off to Fernstrom. She dribbles left, picks it up. Now in the corner, Minnesota knocks down a jumper. Sierra Thompson drives all the way for the Rady layup. That's good. Now timeout on the floor. It's 23-14, 1:23 remaining in the first. The Wolverines on a bit of a surge right now. Minnesota has 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes. What's something that the Minnesota coaching staff needs to tell their team to calm down a little bit in this timeout?
Bell trying to do a little bit too much on her own. 3 of those turnovers are on her, and it is to note that Michigan's known to cause turnovers. Sierra Thompson, definitely one of the better defenders out there in the Big Ten, but there's a sense of carelessness when she's driving, especially with her left hand, when she's going left for the ball to come out. So look for her to see maybe she passes out the ball a little bit early before she goes on for those drives, and maybe rotate more with off the ball rather than trying to do everything with the ball.
Now Minnesota has another opportunity on offense. Up top, it's Bell. She'll give it to Tinjum, back to Bell. Now Tinjum guarded by Robbins. Hubbard gets the handoff, lobs it down low to Fernstrom, and it's broken up by the Wolverines, but will remain with Minnesota. Now checking in is number 22, Hedstrom, or Hubbard. Now Kaiser Gondrzek will check in for Kate Flaherty. Minnesota looking to get the ball in. Hedstrom throws it up top to Bell. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bell guarded by Danielle Williams. Now up top, Wagner. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wagner needs to get a shot off, but she travels after great defense by Danielle Williams and Jillian Dunstan.
And just another turnover. That's now 6 in the last 6 minutes by Minnesota. Something you never want to be hearing. And it's just a matter of focus at this point for the Minnesota Gophers. They seem a little bit out of it this Sunday afternoon.
Wolverines on offense with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Up top, Sierra Thompson. She finds Gondrzek in the left corner. Now up top, Thompson. She drives all the way for the righty layup. That gets it out for the ball. 25-14, 30 seconds remaining. Bell's going to slow it down to get the last shot of the quarter. Now up top, Hedstrom. Down low to Wagner. She puts up a shot in the paint. That one's good. Now the Wolverines will get a shot at the last basket.
It's been a while since Wagner. We've heard her name. Something that we didn't expect for us to be saying that this game.
4 seconds. Kaiser puts up a jumper, races the front of the rim. Rebound, Minnesota. And that will be the end of the first. It's 25-16, the Michigan Wolverines. And as you said, Carly Wagner, she does have 8 points, but it seems like slow for her, and Minnesota needs to get the ball in her hands.
And same with Kenesha Bell. It's been a wonder why these two haven't been able to link up this game. Definitely Michigan knew who to make sure the ball doesn't get to. But the other problem for Minnesota is how to guard her. They've tried putting Hubbard on her, they've tried putting Edwards, and now they've resorted to the double team, which Thome just then says, all right, I'll take the double team, but I'll kick it back out. So Minnesota really having no answer right now until they show Michigan that they have to respect Kenesha Bell and Carly Wagner.
Yeah, and the Wolverines, Hallie Thome has 8 points and 5 rebounds. She often gets a double-double, and if she keeps going like she has been this afternoon, she'll probably get another one.
Definitely. And not just that, like we said before, Claire Flaherty showing no signs of all the flu symptoms that she was showing yesterday in practice. And the scoring has been spread out. Gondrzek is on the board, so is Thompson. Thompson being given too much space, and she's been driving straight to the hoop. But besides that, you can definitely see the effect that Thome's bringing when she's in. But the let-off is not just there. Once the bench comes in, even though they're not putting up any points, you can see that Robbins and Williams have been there, and kind of like the energy, there's no let-off at all. So Michigan showing kind of why they're winning this game right now. But it's only down 9, or still only going to be just the second quarter, so definitely more than enough time to come back. Minnesota extremely deadly from the free ball, looks like. They're shooting 2 for 2 from 3, but both Kenesha Bell and Wagner put points to her.
And off the bench, Minnesota has had Brianna Fernstrom, 6'5", and it will be interesting to see if they're able to use her down low, maybe to stop Hallie Thome, or maybe if they get her some offensive touches, that will slow down Hallie a little bit if she has to focus more on the defensive end.
Definitely, Coach Goins that brought in Fernstrom about halfway, and it did look a little bit more difficult. Thome being 6'5" was easily just kind of dominating Edwards at first, but Fernstrom has given her a little bit more of a challenge.
And now we're starting the second quarter Wolverines will get it in for them. Danielle Williams, Kayla Robbins, Hallie Thome, Kaiser Gondrzik, and Caitlin Flaherty. Now Gondrzik finds Hallie Thome down low. She's going to put up a shot, no good. Kayla Robbins almost gets the rebound, but Wagner is there for Minnesota. She quickly gives it up to Bell. Bell slows it down for Minnesota. There's going to be an offensive foul called on Hedstrom, illegal screen. And now Jillian Dunstan checks in for Kayla Robbins.
And neither team really fouling this game. Only two trips to the stripe so far, both being for Minnesota. So doesn't look like it's going to be a bonus heavy kind of game or a free throw game. Unlike Tuesday's game for Michigan, which came down to the wire, came down to some clutch free throws by the Wolverines. So different aspect, different kind of tension in this game.
Now the Wolverines inbound it with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Flaherty drives the paint, has it stripped from her, and now Hubbard quickly the other way. Hubbard finds Wagner, now Wagner up top to Bell. Bell standing on the M, 17 seconds left on the shot clock. She finds Hubbard on the left wing, hands it off to Wagner, guarded by Gondrzik. She gets a screen from Fernstrom. Wagner with the ball still puts up the lefty layup, no good. Rebound Danielle Williams, outlets it to Kaiser Gondrzik. Kaiser in the corner, now up top to Flaherty. Flaherty down low to Thome, Thome in the paint, goes up. No good with the layup, but Dunstan's there with the rebound. Her shot's blocked. Will stay with Minnesota.
And you can see that Fernstrom being just matching Thome actually inside does make it a little bit more difficult to get around just instead of those easy left-handed layups that we were used to seeing. So definitely something to watch out for the rest of the game to see if Coach Stolens keeps Fernstrom in to play against Thome.
Now Sierra Thompson back into the game. Caitlin Flaherty with a quick three from up top. That one falls. Flaherty now with 11. Wolverines 28-16. Bell crosses half court, gives it to Fernstrom, who hands it off to Hubbard. She's going to be called for travel as she's met by Hallie Thome hedging the screen.
And that's the fourth travel, I believe, for Minnesota. Careless turnovers, really, and that's kind of been so far through the first 12 minutes of this game. Minnesota being careless with the ball, especially on these simple, just double dribbles and travels called on them.
The Wolverines on offense now. Sierra Thompson gives it to Flaherty. Thompson guarded by Bell. She'll lob it down low to Dunstan, who once again is blocked by Fernstrom, who gets it out to Bell. Bell pulls up for a jumper from the foul line. That rattles in and out. The rebound is corralled by Kaiser. She's going to take it all the way right for the layup. That one's good.
Kaiser now with 7 points in today's game. The scoring load has been pretty spread out for the Michigan Wolverines.
Wolverines now up 30-16 with 7:10 remaining, as Minnesota has another turnover out of bounds off Bell.
Now be Bell's fourth in just 12 minutes, so not the prettiest turnover to minutes you want to be seeing in a game so far, especially with Bell being one of the leaders of the Minnesota Gophers team.
Thompson hands it off to Dunstan. Now Dunstan up top to Flaherty. She dribbles in the lane, has her shot blocked by Fernstrom, who's now been a strong presence down low for Minnesota. The other way, it's Bell. She throws up a crazy shot in the lane. She's going to be fouled.
And that is Fernstrom's fourth block in this game. Definitely a different dynamic Minnesota is on the low and in the post with Fernstrom when she's on the floor. It's interesting that Edwards still is on the bench, so it looks like Coach Stone's going to go with her gut to continue with Fernstrom on the court.
Now Bell misses her first foul shot. Hubbard's back in the game for Hedstrom. Second foul shot is missed as well. Rebound quickly outletted to Flaherty. Now gives it down low to Thome, guarded by Fernstrom. But she's able to get the hook in the lane. 32-16 Wolverines.
And Dunston now at 10 points and 6 rebounds. Possible double-double throughout the night if she continues this way. And Bell wouldn't really be surprised with the tear she's been on.
Now up top, Bell, guarded by Gondrzik. She drives baseline, tries to kick it out to Hubbard, but sailed way out of bounds, and now Michigan basketball.
And the fifth turnover for Bell. Coach Sterling is obviously not pleased with Bell's performance today. And you can just see the frustration on Bell. She's trying to get this team going, trying to make stuff work, but sometimes when you try a little bit too hard, you end up making things matters worse.
And now there's going to be a foul on Jasmine Brunson of Minnesota. Kind of a frustration foul there. Wolverines inbounding from the sideline. Flaherty gets it into Thome. Thome hands it back off to Flaherty. Drives baseline, kicks it out to Thome. Up top, Thompson. Thompson kicks it to Kaiser. Gondrzik now feeds it down low to Dunston, who's able to hold onto the ball. It's going to be a turnover for the Wolverines.
What a pass by Gondrzik, was able to thread that through two defenders. But Dunston not able to hold on to the ball, but that was a bullet pass coming her way.
Up top, Hubbard, guarded by Flaherty. Hand off to Edwards. Now Brunson. Brunson guarded by Gondrzik. She goes up for the floater layup. No good. Rebound by Thompson. Thompson feeds it up top to Gondrzik, who goes for the layup. That one's good in the fast break.
Gondrzik now with 9 points. Looks like Michigan's going to have a few people in double digits this game tonight. Gondrzik with 9, Flaherty with 11, and Thome with 10.
34-16, 5:20 remaining in the half. Minnesota tries to drive, but it's stripped away. Jillian Dunston the other way. Gives it off to Thompson. Now up top to Gondrzik. Finds Flaherty wide open from the right wing. That one's good as well. Flaherty now has 14. 4 for 7 shooting from downtown.
Michigan up now 18 points if you're just joining, 21 points actually if you're just joining us, 37-16 with 5 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter. And the game so far has been just the Michigan show. Thome down low, she's 10 points, 6 rebounds and an assist. And Flaherty just shooting lights out for 14 points. Shooting she's 4 for 7 from the 3-point line. She's hot. If you're Coach Sterling, what are you telling this team? What are you telling Minnesota?
Well, they need to calm down on offense. As I said, these careless turnovers, and I don't think Minnesota hasn't scored this quarter. They had their last basket by Wagner with 19 seconds left in the first quarter. So this is, a big scoring drought for Minnesota, and that just has to, boil down to the fact that they haven't had good looks at the basket because of all their turnovers. They need to calm down and have their leaders in Bell and Wagner slow it down a little bit, move the ball around, and get good shots.
Can't expect to be winning or keeping the game close if you have 12 turnovers. And Michigan's taking advantage of those turnovers and has 10 points off of them. So you take away half those turnovers and say half those points, you're still only down like 12 points then, 8 to 10 points, which is very doable. And not to say that Minnesota's out of this game yet, but if they don't get on a run real quick for the last 5 minutes of before the second half and kind of change the rhythm, change the tempo, Michigan's is going to go into the locker room knowing that they play the second half clean basketball. Michigan can come out with this win and go 10-0 undefeated at home and 4-1 in conference play, especially leading up to a tough Maryland game that, like we said before, has only lost to UConn. And UConn, we can say, is there's so many superlatives for UConn that at this point we're out of them. But it's good for Michigan if they can get on a roll coming into tough conference play, and kind of a decider on what their potential outlook and goals they could be for later this game.
Yeah, and for Minnesota, only 1-3 in the Big Ten, so they're hoping with these last 5 minutes in the half, they can get some points on the board, maybe change the momentum going into halftime. Now Minnesota with the ball. It's Bell bringing it up the floor. She's met by Kaiser Gondrzek. Now in the corner, it's Hedstrom. Down low to Fernstrom, guarded by Thome. That's blocked. She comes down with the ball and gives it to Thompson. Thompson, now to Flaherty, right wing. Flaherty picks up her dribble, gives it down low to Thome. Thome against Fernstrom. She goes easily with her left hand all the way to the basket for 2. It's 39-16.
Thome now with 12 points and 7 rebounds.
Michigan 4 of its last 4. Wagner drives the basket. Her layup's no good. It's tipped out to Gondrzek, who feeds it all the way up to Caitlin Flaherty. She's going to go up and under. Layup missed and rebound by Minnesota.
Beautiful pass. Almost a quarterback throw almost from there.
Now the other way. Tindrum out of bounds to the Wolverines, so that's yet another turnover for Minnesota.
13 turnovers just in the first half. There's not much we can say again besides repeating ourselves, but Minnesota has to stop these turnovers if they want any way to somehow spark a little run before the second quarter ends.
Now Danielle Williams checks in for Jillian Dunstan. Up top, Thompson. Now to Gondrzek. Beats Thome on the right elbow to Thompson for an open 3 from the left wing. That's in and out. Rebound by Hedstrom. Now it's Bell. She's going to drive the lane, floats it down to Hedstrom, who has it stripped away. Now it's looks like Caitlin Flaherty on the ball for the loose ball, and it's jump ball stays with Minnesota. Almost another turnover.
And interesting to note, Edwards, who started the game, has only played 3 minutes since the start. She's been on the bench, and Fernstrom's kind of take over that role for her. And it's just like interesting to see that's even though with this change, they haven't been able to take much out of it.
Now Wagner able to get 2 points on the board for Minnesota for the first time this quarter. Kaiser quickly with a 3. That one's no good. Rebound drops into the hands of Wagner. Now the other way, it's Bell. Bell drives right, pulls it back out, picks up her dribble, hands it off to Wagner, who puts up a 3 from the right corner. No good. Rebound now by Taye Bello, who entered the game. She's able to get 2. That was Hedstrom. Now up top, Flaherty, the score 39-20. Flaherty, good feed down low to Williams, who kicks it out to Geyser, dumps it down low to Thome, kicks it out to Thompson, puts up the 3 from the right corner. That one's good. Sierra Thompson now with 7. 42-20, 2:30 remaining in the half. Minnesota on offense. Wagner almost has the ball stripped away from her by Sierra Thompson, but she retains it. Drives baseline, dumps it off to Fernstrom, misses the layup. The ball is going to be tapped out of bounds by Flaherty. Remains with Minnesota.
Some subs coming in for Michigan. Dunstan coming back in, and same, and Nicole Munger checking in for the first time today.
Now the ball is almost stolen by Danielle Williams, but Bell's able to keep it, but it's another turnover finally again, and it's Thompson the other way. Now Nicole Munger in the corner is fouled.
That's 6 turnovers now for Bell. Trying just too hard to make stuff happen, instead of letting it come to her. And not finding her other counterpart as much as you'd think she'd want to. But nothing else not anything different we've been saying this whole game so far.
So misses a hook shot down low, and it's the other way to Minnesota. Bell hands it off to Hubbard. Gets a screen from Fernstrom. She's going to drive all the way baseline. Tries to get it to Fernstrom, but that's another turnover.
And that would be the 15th turnover for Minnesota this game. 2 Michigan's 3, which I know Coach KBA, being the perfectionist she is, still won't be happy with 3 turnovers this game.
As she says, the ball is our program. Now, after Danielle Williams' miss on the 3-point attempt, Minnesota has the ball. 1:25 remaining in the half. Handoff to Hedstrom, 4-3, grazes the front of the rim. Rebound Thompson. Thompson quickly the other way to Dunston, who finds Nicole Munger in the corner for 3. That one's good. Munger's on the board with 3.
And Michigan shooting 6 for 15 from the 3 for 40%. Definitely showing they can work down low, but if you give them space in the corner and at the top of the key, they're going to make you pay for it.
It's 45-20, 50 seconds remaining in the half. Up top, Bell guarded by Munger. She gets a screen from Fernstrom. Bell gets it down low to Fernstrom, met by a double team, now back out to Bell. Bell kicks it down low to Hedstrom. That one's good. Finally a good feed and good look for Minnesota at the basket.
One of their first shots that looked clean this quarter. They've only had 6 points this quarter, so you can tell how frustrated they must be.
Now 15 seconds on the shot clock, 20 left in the half. It's the Wolverines on offense. Thompson finds Thome wide open, down low in the paint for another 2.
Thome now at 14 points, tying her teammate Caitlin Freddy for the game high in points.
1 second left. Minnesota tries to get up a shot, but it's blocked by Hallie Thome at the half. It's 47-22 of Michigan Wolverines. And you know, as you said, Coach KBA is a perfectionist. She'll have things that we need to work on at halftime, but it will be Minnesota that needs to draw up a new game plan as they come back for the second half.
Yeah, down 25 points. You know, it's not over to the Fat Lady Sings, but they have to find an answer to Thome. Thome is beating that. It has figured out how to work out around Fernstrom, and figure out if they do send a double team, how quickly they're going to react to getting support back out on any of the open looks that they give to Michigan. And then they have to figure out the trouble between this two-headed dragon that was supposedly feared by the Big Ten. They've been only allowed, Bellows only has 4 points and Wagner only has 10, so to be able to limit a duo that scored almost half the points for Minnesota against their win over Wisconsin, to shut them down to just 14 points in the first half is something to say about Michigan's defense and how good it is, but it also it's more along the fact that Minnesota hasn't been able to find that connection for those players.
And with that, we'll leave you for a couple minutes for halftime, and we'll be back with the second half of Michigan women's basketball.
Welcome back to Chrysler Arena here. I'm Alex, alongside of me is Emily. We're here for the second half of the Michigan Wolverines women's basketball take on the Minnesota Gophers. First half has been kind of a one-sided game. Michigan up 47-22, being led by Caitlin Flaherty and Haley Tull with 14 points apiece. Emily, what can Minnesota do the second half to change the game and maybe make this a little bit closer?
Well, first of all, I hate to say it again, but stop turning the ball over so much. They have 15 turnovers already in one half. And I think that just comes down to composure. A lot of them have been unforced turnovers. I mean, the Wolverines have had good defense, but we haven't even seen them go into their full court pressure yet this afternoon, and that's something they're, strong with. And also, if they can stop Hallie Thome down low, that would be a good thing. Bernstrom has had some blocks and a good presence down low, not against Thome, but just in general. So we'll see if they can pick it up on the defensive end.
And Michigan going right to left and Minnesota going left to right as the team switch sides for the second half. Gonchalik now passes out to Flaherty at the top of the key, take the jumper, and it's rebounded by Dunston. Back out to Gonchalik to Flaherty. Flaherty now drives, right-handed layup, and not good, and it'll be a Minnesota rebound. Bell now pushing the pace, trying to drive first half, loses the ball, but able to pick it up real quick. Now backs it all the way back out to restart. Still driving, jumper, not good, but it'll be a rebound by Thome. 47-22 still, Michigan with the ball. Gonchalik now driving, left-handed layup, and that's good. 49-22 Michigan, 9:11 left. And on the court for Michigan is the same starting five: Gonchalik, Thompson, Flaherty, Dunston, and Thome. And for the Minnesota Gophers, it'll be Bell, Fernstrom, Wagner, Hubbard. Now Minnesota now with a corner three by Hedstrom, not good, and it'll be a rebound by Flaherty. Flaherty now finds Thompson at the corner, not able to make it. Thome with the rebound though. Thome passes out to Flaherty. Flaherty being guarded by Bell, drives, right-handed layup, and that's good. 51-22, Michigan, 8:30 left on the clock.
4 quick points for the Wolverines, both coming with guards attacking the basket.
Bell passes it out to Hubbard. Hubbard now trying to find Bell. Bell with a long three, not good, and it'll be a rebound by Dunston. Dunston passes out to Flaherty, and who turns the ball over, and a little bit different this time. Not a Minnesota turnover, but a Michigan one. But nonetheless, it will be Michigan ball. Hedstrom now checking it in to Bell. Bell being guarded by Gonchalik. Passes out to Wagner at the top of the key. Wagner driving right, goes up, and that'll be good for 2 points, and it's 51-24 Michigan. Thompson now bringing the ball up. Passes out to Gonchalik, who passes to him down low post. Backing into her. Pass out to Flaherty, who's open for a three. And that's not good, and it'll be a rebound by Wagner. Passes out to Bell. Bell now passes to Edwards, who does not even make the layup, and Thome with the rebound. Now Gonchalik with a jumper. No good, and it'll be a rebound by Edwards. Interesting to see Edwards back in and not Fernstrom. Bell now driving, right-handed layup. That's not good either. And Thome with the rebound. Now Gonchalik now pushing the pace. Thompson driving left. Spins it back out. Pass out to Flaherty. Passes to Gonchalik at the top of the key. And it'll be a travel by Gonchalik, and it'll be a turnover. So Minnesota ball. 51-24, 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Now kind of a slow start for both teams. Wolverines have 2 turnovers in the second half already.
Both teams starting off a little bit cold. Wagner now with the ball. Being guarded by Thompson. Takes a long three, and that's good. 51-27 Michigan. 6:48 left on the clock. Thompson now bringing the ball up. About to being guarded by Hubbard. Trying to set up a play. Has Gonchalik open to her left. Passes to Dunston. Dunston to Gondrzik. Gondrzik being guarded by Bell, who's not giving her much pace. And Gondrzik able to draw the foul.
Now Minnesota stepping up a little more on defense. The Wolverines having a hard time moving the ball as much as they did in the first half. But they will get another chance after that foul.
Thompson inbounding the ball. Passes out to Dunston, who passes to Flaherty, out to the top of the key. Now Sierra Thompson with the ball. Passes left to Flaherty. Flaherty now being guarded by Bell. Takes it, has wide open jumper, no good, and it'll be a rebound by Edwards, and it'll be Minnesota ball. Bell now crossing the half-court line. Gonna be guarded by Kaiser Gondrzik. Pass out to Hubbard, passes to Wagner with an open jumper. And that's not good. And it'll be rebound, it'll be jump ball. And it looks like it's going to be Minnesota ball still.
Surprising they didn't call it over the back on Edwards.
It
reached
did.
over Jillian Dunston.
It looked like a bit like that, but Minnesota with a lucky break. Wagner inbounds it to Wagner now turns to Wagner draws the foul. And it will be and Sierra Thompson being called on the foul. Wagner going to be inbounding the ball again.
Now we're seeing more calls in this half, slowing down the pace a little bit, and that might work in the benefit of Minnesota.
Wagner now trying to almost loses the ball, and it'll be a turnover by Minnesota. Michigan ball. Minnesota's first turnover of the second half. 5 minutes in the game, so they've been a little bit more careful on the ball. Looks like this second half. Now Thompson with the ball. Passes out to Dunston. Dunston being guarded by Edward. Now he'll pass out to Flaherty. Takes a long three. Not good, but Tone with the rebound. Tone with the put up, but not able to put it back. And Edwards with the rebound again. Hubbard now pushing the pace. Finds Hedstrom for a three, and that's good. 51-30, Michigan. But quick turnaround, and Gondrzik coast to coast and draws the and one. 53-30, Michigan with 5:13 left to go. And like you said before, Emily, there has been a few more calls the second half to start off at least, and it's slowed down the game. And Minnesota so far has been the team to slowly take more advantage of it. Still not a big enough advantage to change the look out of this game, but definitely has slowed down the game a bit.
Yeah, so that was good by Kaiser Gondrzik to bring it all the way down for the and one. You know, they are still up 23, but you want to make sure the momentum stays on your side as Kaiser knocks down the foul shot.
And checking in will be Kayla Robbins and Fortone. And it will be a right-handed layup by Hubbard, not good. It'll be rebounded by Flaherty. Flaherty now pushing the pace, has Gondrzik open. Gondrzik now driving right, trying to find Dunston, but it'll be called for a travel. And it'll be Gondrzik's third turnover this game. And for a immediate timeout. On the Minnesota side, what have you liked so far since they've come out?
Well, as you said, they've only had one turnover the second half, so that's been essential. But I also think they've been playing better on the defensive end. They've kind of been stumping the Wolverines a little bit, and so I think that's going to help the confidence on the Minnesota side. But Kaiser Gondrzik still playing strong for the Wolverines. She has 14 points, 6 for 12 shooting.
And Caitlin Flaherty with 16 points this game. It's been a three-headed monster to the two-headed monster of Minnesota, with Gondrzik, Flaherty, and Tom with at least 14 points, if not more. And this game has been more for Minnesota. Instead of the two-headed monster that we heard so much about Wagner and Bell, it's been Wagner and Hedstrom. Hedstrom quietly having a good night, 4 for 7, 2 for 4 from the three-point line. With 2 rebounds and 2 assists. She's covering all the stats, making a contribution even if she's not the one scoring the points. You go.
As you said, with the Wolverines, the 3 scorers, Flaherty, Gondrzik and Thome all in double digits right now. That's something that you don't necessarily see every night, and I think that's very important for the Wolverines. They struggled against Ohio State. Caitlin Flaherty scored 38 points, but Allie Thome was on the bench with foul trouble. Or, Kaiser Gondrzik has an on game, but the other two don't. So to see them all three scoring big points right now, is a big reason why they're up, and it's something that if they can all three get clicking on any given night, then I think they're going to be able to beat lots of teams.
And not to count the other two in the starting five for Michigan, Sarah Thompson quietly having a good night as well, 7 points, 3 for 6 shooting, but she has 3 rebounds and 5 assists. And Dunston has been, doing the work that no one hears about too much. She has no points, but she has 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and only 1 turnover with 22 minutes of play. So she's been active the whole night, and she's kind of like the sound crew of the starting five. You don't hear too much about it, but she puts in the nitty-gritty work.
Yeah, Jillian Dunston always reliable on the boards for the Wolverines.
And now back to the game. Edwards now with the ball, passes it out to Hubbard. Hubbard with Hedstrom with a long three and able to make it. Now Thompson with the rebound, passes it out to Gondrzik, back to Thompson. Flaherty now with the ball at the top of the key. Flaherty being guarded by Hubbard. Passes to Thompson, to Gondrzik. Gondrzik now to Robbins. Finds Dunston for the open layup. Now Dunston on the board with 2 points. 2 points and 7 rebounds. Bell now with the ball at the top of the key. Pass out to Hubbard for a 3, and that's good. And that'll be 56-33 Michigan. 4:13 left on the clock. Sierra Thompson now with the ball at the top of the key. Passes out to Dunston. Dunston to Flaherty. Flaherty being guarded by Hubbard. Robbins with the pick and roll. Finds Gondrzik in the right corner. And finds Dunston. Dunston goes up, and that's 2 more points for Dunston. Back-to-back points for Dunston. And now it'll be 58-33 Michigan Wolverines. 3:45 left on the clock. And a nice find by Hedstrom to find Edwards pick and rolling down for a layup. 58-35 Michigan. Gondrzik now with the ball, being guarded by Wagner. Pass out to Flaherty. Flaherty driving, going to the corner. Finds Robbins. Robbins now drives, left-handed layup, and that's good. 60-35 Michigan Wolverines. And Robbins on the board as well. 2 points for her tonight so far. Bell now with the ball, trying to find Wagner. She cuts across. Has Hubbard at the top. Passes to Hubbard. Passes to Wagner. He tries to force a pass to Hubbard. It'll be a turnover by the Minnesota Gophers. And now Gondrzik going the other way. Draws the foul. And 2 more shots for her at front of three-point line.
And as we said, Dunston didn't have any points, and now she has a quick 4, and I think that just comes off of her energy play and doing the little things on offense. Jillian Dunston always setting solid screens for her teammates, and then she's able to roll off of them and get good looks right at the basket.
And not just that, you can see what happens when you are scoring 16 and 15 points a night. Minnesota setting the extra help towards Gondrzik and Flaherty, which gives Dunston a little bit more space to work out underneath the basket. And there'll be a quick round of substitutes for the Gophers. Now in is Tinjum as well as Fernstrom. Now Minnesota with the ball. Bell passes it out, and it'll be an offensive foul and a turnover.
Taylor Robbins there, and great positioning for the Wolverines to take that charge.
And you can just hear the bench real proud, something that Coach KBA has been always proud of, and the team is proud to look over these offensive charges that they draw. At least once a game, you can see Michigan grab one. Now Michigan with the ball. Sierra Thompson at the top of the key. Passes it out to Williams, who's checked in. Passes to Thome, who tries to find Flaherty, but turns the ball, passes to Minnesota. And Wagner with a quick turnaround and scores off the turnover. It'll be 61-37 Michigan. Now Thompson at the top. Now Thompson with the ball, being guarded by Bell. Passes it out to Robbins. Passes it to Flaherty. Flaherty with a long 3. That won't be good, and it'll be a rebound by Fernstrom, who passes to Bell to bring it up. Bell crosses half court, being guarded by Williams. Pass out to Hubbard. Hubbard drives with a right-handed layup and now be blocked, but it looks like Robbins is hit in the face as she went up, but it'll still be Minnesota ball as Robbins the last one to touch it, she went out.
Yeah, strong block by Kayla Robbins, but she still had the ball in her hand and just stumbled out of bounds, but good defensive play.
And Hubbard, quick pass out to Tinjum for the long three, but not able to. And Wagner with the rebound and draws the foul. She goes back up to put it up, and it'll be 2 free throws for Wagner, I mean.
Now it looks like Jillian Dunstan will check in for Kayla Robbins after this first foul shot. Robbins still, it looks like maybe she got poked in the eye.
Yeah, poked in the eye. Might have a contact, scratched her eye, looks like. And Wagner's shot is good. It'll be 61-30. It's still Michigan. Michigan up by 23 points. And another substitution, it'll be Tinjum for Hedstrom. Hedstrom for Tinjum, I mean.
Now it looks like KBA having a little word with the ref, probably telling her that her player, Robbins, got fouled on the last play.
And Wagner's shot is good. And it's 61-39 Michigan. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Thompson now with the ball. Thompson passes it out to Williams. Williams at the top of the key. Passes it back to Thompson. Thompson with a long three, and that's good. And that's 64-39 Michigan. And now Bronson who checked in during the last set of free throws. Passes it out to Hubbard. Hubbard to Wagner. Wagner passes out to Hedstrom. Passes it back to Wagner. Being guarded by Thompson. And it'll be a foul on Wagner by Thompson. Hubbard to inbound the ball. And if you're just joining us, it is 64-39 Michigan with about a minute and 15 left to go in the third quarter. This third quarter's been a little bit more even.
It has been. The Minnesota has come out stronger. Wagner now has 19, and she's been, fighting it for her team. Now she gets the ball in bounds.
And Wagner with a long three, not able to make it. Dunstan with the rebound. Dunstan now with 8 rebounds in today's game. Passes it to Munger, who draws a foul. She goes up. It'll be a set of free throws, I believe, for Munger.
Looks like they might just say the ball was stripped from her, although it did look like there was some contact on that layup.
And Williams now inbounding the ball. Passes it out to Gondzik. Passes out to Thome. Thome finds Munger. Munger passes out to Williams. Almost loses it. Passes out to Gondzik. Jumper no good. And it was rebound. Oh, and Dunstan with a quick steal by the pass out by Hedstrom. Now Gondzik with the ball. Quick reactions by Dunstan.
Dunstan always so active on defense and just in general out there on the court.
Williams passes out to Gondzik. Gondzik at the free throw line finds Thome. Thome with the left-handed layup, and that's good. And Thome finally got her double-double. We didn't realize a little while ago. She has 16 points and now 12 rebounds for the night and 2 assists. Now Hedstrom with a long three by Minnesota. That's good as well. 66-42 Michigan. 10 seconds left to go. It looks like this is going to be the final 10 seconds of the third quarter, obviously. Gondzik passes to Thome. Thome left-handed layup. And that's blocked by Frencham. And it looked like it will be Minnesota ball as the ball rolled down. It was last touch by Thome. 2.5 seconds left on the clock. And Bell checking back in for the last 2.5 seconds. And Michigan going to a kind of a full press. Last second, and the shot is nowhere near the basket. Well, and the third quarter ends, folks. 66-42, Michigan coming into the last fourth quarter. You can say this game, if this was the game the whole time, it would be a lot closer game.
It would be a lot closer. But, now I think KBA is going to, bring out her bench a little bit, and they have 10 minutes to play And obviously they need to continue to play strong basketball like they do and not turn over the ball. So this is a chance for people like Kayla Robbins, Nicole Munger to get out there and show her that they can put up some strong minutes, so maybe later down the road they'll get put into some closer games. But now all 4 of the 5 starters for Michigan are in double digits after Sierra Thompson hit her last 3. But Thompson does have 4 personal fouls. It shouldn't be a problem at the end of this game. Just something for her to watch.
And Michigan with quite a few in the beginning. They had a few turnovers. Maybe a little bit of carelessness, knowing that they had some space to work with. But like you said before, I can see Coach KBA bring in some of the bench to make sure they get experience to get a Big Ten game if they haven't played in one yet. Because, come later down the stretch, those are the players that you're going to look to when it's close, when you need to give a Thompson, when you need to give a Flaherty a minute break, a 2-possession break. You know that you can throw in any of these girls on the bench because they have an experience of it. But Minnesota definitely looked a lot stronger this half. Actually outscored Michigan 2019 this third quarter. And if this would have been them the whole time, this would have been a completely different game. Even though Bell and Wagner did put up a few. Wagner does have 19 points already in this game. But Bell did the dirty work. She was defending, she was guarding very well, not giving much space to Flaherty or Gonderzik. And I can see Hedstrom getting real hot, real confident. Now she's with 13 points, shooting 50% from the 3-point line, 3 for 6. And you can see why Minnesota was able to beat Wisconsin. They have these 2-minute stretches where they can play really well, but then they have these 2 minutes of just not there.
Yeah, so now starting this quarter for the Wolverines, you have some energy players in Danielle Williams and Nicole Munger. So you'll see if maybe for the first minute of this, the Wolverines will press a little bit, just put some pressure, just to make sure that they put the Gophers out of this game, not have to worry about it.
Now back into the game. Munger now with the ball, being guarded by Hubbard. Passes out to Gonderzik, being guarded by Wagner. Drive, goes to her left, driving left with the left-handed layup, and that's good. And that's 68-42 Michigan. 9:30 left to go in the last quarter of today's game. Bell now with the ball, tries to find Wagner. Wagner puts it up and it's fouled by Tome. And that was a play that Wagner's been wanting to set up this whole night so far. She's looking for that cut pass from Bell, and this is the first time we've seen it. And Wagner now at the stripe. She's shooting 3 for 4 from the stripe. Both teams pretty good from the free throw line. And that's Wagner, that's up, and that's good. 68-43 Michigan.
And in practice, the Wolverines talking about, Minnesota wanting to get Wagner off of a bunch of screens up top for open threes, and she does have 20 points, but that hasn't been the story of the evening.
No, it hasn't. Now Munger with the ball. Munger passes Tillman to low post, being guarded by Edwards. Passes out to Williams and loses the ball, and it'll be a Michigan turnover. Hubbard actually putting some pressure on Williams. Now Bell bringing the ball up. Bell out to Hubbard. Hubbard top of the key. Finds Wagner. Passes out to Hedstrom. Hedstrom with a long 3. Not good. And it'll be Tone with the rebound. Passes out to Gonderzik. Gonderzik with a long pass to Williams. His layup is no good. And Bell with the recovery. Bell with the rebound. Bell now driving. Loses the ball. And Williams now with the steal. Has Gonderzik. Gonderzik going in. And misses the layup. And Edwards with the rebound. Both teams are being a little bit sloppy. Bell now has the ball, trying to slow down the pace. Being guarded by Gonderzik. Passes out to Wagner, top of the key with a quick 3. And that's good. And it's 68-47 Michigan. Gonderzik passes out to Williams. Williams being guarded by Wagner. Out to Tome. Tome with a right-handed skyhook. And that's good. And that's 70-47 Michigan Wolverines. With the 8:06 left to go. Bell now with the ball. And Tone with 18 points this night. Now Bell. Out to Wagner, top of the key. Another quick three. And that's good. That's 70-50 Michigan. And Minnesota slowly trimming down, still down by 20, but Wagner's been hot this quarter so far. 27 points this game. Gondrick now with the ball being guarded by Bell. Bell not giving Arena space to breathe. Gondrick loses the ball with the Wagner, and Dunstan almost able to save Gondrick, but not able to. It'll still be Minnesota ball.
Yeah, and as you said, Wagner starting to heat up, shooting 4 of 6 from downtown, and he has 27 points now. So being cold in the first half, she's really turned it around in the second half.
And Bell now with the passes to Wagner, being guarded by Thompson. Takes another 3, and that's good. And 70-53 Michigan, I mean. And Wagner now with 30 points on today's game. Munger now with the ball. Out to Flaherty. Flaherty who has 4 fouls this game. Actually, my bad, it is Thompson with 4 fouls. And Thompson's actually able to draw the foul. And it looks like it will be 2 shots for her.
Now the Wolverines are going to have to just put immense pressure on Wagner because she was guarded on that last shot. She took a little step back to the 3, and she's feeling it now at 30 points.
Thompson now is going to be her first set of free throws. Her first one's good. 71-53 Michigan. 7:06 left on the clock if you're just joining us. And now Thompson's second free throw. It is up. And it's good. And it's 72-53 Michigan. 7:06 left on the clock. Bell now bringing the ball up. Bell being guarded by Munger. And it looks like it'll be a foul. It'll be an offensive foul by Minnesota. Moving screen by Tim Jump. And it'll be a turnover by Minnesota. Dunstan inbounds the ball into Thompson as she brings the ball up, being guarded by Bell. Out to Flaherty. Passes that to Munger, top of the key. Munger going left. Passes to Flaherty. Flaherty being guarded by Hedstrom. Dunstan trying to set a pick. Now Flaherty being guarded by Bell. Drives right, gets past Bell. Her layup's no good. But Munger with the rebound and the dive. Pass out to Flaherty. His shot is good. And another 3-point by Flaherty. And it's 75-53 Michigan. 6:22 left on the clock. And Flaherty now with 19 points on the night. Bell now bringing the ball up. Being guarded by Munger. Passes out to Hubbard, top of the key. Hubbard passes to Wagner. Wagner tries to find Tinjum and the low post and throws the ball away. It'll be another Michigan turnover. And now checking back in is Tillman and Gondrzik for Dunstan and Munger.
Minnesota now has 22 turnovers. Michigan with 9.
Robbins inbounds the ball to Thompson. Brings the ball up. Thompson passes to Gondrzik. Gondrzik to Flaherty. Flaherty to Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Hubbard. Has Flaherty wide open, and that's good. 78-53 Michigan. 5:43 left to go, and Flaherty now 22 points this game. Game high right now. Team high right now. Wagner has a team high 30 points.
And this is good for the Wolverines. Caitlin Flaherty, getting in the rhythm, especially after being sick. Now she has 22. Gondrzik has 17. Dome has 18. And Sierra Thompson has 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. So she always stuffs the stat sheet. So this is going to be a good confidence builder for them as they're going into the Maryland game. But they're going to have to be almost flawless against Maryland because Maryland's not going to turn the ball over 22 times. So Michigan needs to continue to play a pretty crisp game throughout the next 6 minutes left in this game, just so it translates into Thursday night's game against Maryland if they want to have any chance to stay with with them, because it's one thing to win games like this, but if they want to go to the next level, they have to be able to, hang with the big league teams.
Definitely. Michigan on a 8-0 run for the last minute 25. And Minnesota's been a little bit cold. It has actually been hot, but it's more of a Wagner being hot. Like we said before, leading the team with 30 points and 7 rebounds, so she can still sneak out the double-double. But I think she'd rather have the W if she could change things. But it looks like Coach KPA wants to have the starting five out for a little bit longer, or at least most of the starting five out a little bit longer. To make sure this game goes their way. Maybe run a few plays, run a few things to practice out. Practicing in a game setting is always different over in practice, but God did with 17 points and 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Thompson with 7 points, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. 30 and 22 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. And so 18 points and 12 rebounds. So the double-double machine is back at it. And it partly has, and they've been the reason why Michigan is up 25 points with 5.40 left to go in the fourth quarter. But I also just say that the defense has been looking sharp, especially the perimeter defenders. And I think that's where Michigan kind of makes it different, that their guards can play two ways, both really well offensively, really well defensively.
Yeah, that's something they've definitely been having. Caitlin Flaherty, you can't complain about her offensive side, but sometimes, she doesn't always sacrifice her body and get the loose ball on defense like other Wolverines defenders, but that's definitely something she's worked on this season. We've seen her with a steal or a forced turnover this game.
There'll be a foul on Thome. That'll be her second foul. And Hedstrom checking in for Tinja. Hedstrom will be inbounding the ball. Hedstrom inbounds the ball to Bell. Goes to her right. Passes to Wagner. Wagner now being double teamed. But they always get away from it. And her jumper is good. It's 78-55 Michigan. With 5:20 left to go. Thompson now bringing the ball up, being guarded by Bell. Bell has been a very good defender this second half, not giving much space to her opponent. Thompson now with the ball, being guarded by Hubbard. Passes it out to Robbins. To Gondrzig, Gondrzig now driving right. And Edwards with a nasty block. But Robbins able to pick up the rebound and able to put it up for 2 points. And it's 80-55 Michigan. 4:45 left to go. Bell now with the ball, pass out to Hubbard, who's wide open for a 3, and that's good. And it's 80-58 Michigan. 4:40 left to go. Now Thompson with the ball. Being guarded by Bell. Goes to her left. Passes to Gondrzig. Gondrzig being guarded by Hubbard. Passes out to Thompson again, top of the key. Just swings it to Flaherty. Back to Thompson. Thompson now going left, spins right, finds Robinson on the overhead pass. That's no good, but Tommy will get there. Her ball and her shot rims out, and she puts it back up for a left-hander, and that's not good. And Bell with the rebound. And Bell now pushing the ball past to Hubbard. Hubbard thought about taking that long 3, but didn't. Bell now with the ball. Passes out to Wagner. Hedstrom coming in for the pick and roll. Wagner now wide open for an elbow jumper, but that's not good. Hedstrom's lob up in the air is no good either. And Thome with the rebound. Thompson now bringing the ball up. 80-58 left with 3:33 left on the clock. Thompson going left. Trying to find Thome down low. Pass out to Flaherty, top of the key. Flaherty out to Gondrzig. Gondrzig gets in space. Passes to Thome. Thome now backing down Edwards. Thome's right-handed left, and that's good. 82-58 Michigan.
Allie Thome now has 20 points and 15 rebounds.
She is a stat machine right now. Bell pass out to Wagner, who's 3. is good, and it's 80-61 Michigan. And now Thompson bringing the ball up. Wagner now with 35 points in today's game. Now Thompson with the ball. Passes out to Gondrzik. Passes it back to Thompson. Top of the key. Out to Flaherty. Swings it to Flaherty. Passes to Tome. Tome's pass to Gondrzik. No good, and it'll be a turnover by Michigan. Now checking in for Robbins is going to be Dunston, as quick timeout is called. By immediate timeout, I mean.
Yeah, so it's good to see Hallie Thome not only putting up 20 points, but 15 rebounds. She averages 7 rebounds a game. And you know, last season, she was not the leading rebounder. Jillian Dunston was. They are tied for that position this season. And I think that just speaks to Hallie Thome and her work over the offseason to strengthen herself. She's become more tough down low, and that's something you see with those rebounds. And her being able to finish through some contact, because when you're 6'5", the refs aren't always going to, call all the contact that is down low. So you're expected to finish through that. So Hallie Thome doing a great job this afternoon and throughout this season. Is putting up big numbers for the Wolverines.
Like we said before, she's actually leading the team with 20 points and shooting 69% and 9 rebounds, so basically a double-double since Big Ten play started. And Aussie coach KBA has let her take that offensive role, and there's no selfish play on this team. As you can see, with Michigan has 2 players in the 20s, and they have 4 players in double digits. But Wagner has led this team for the Minnesota Gophers, has more than half the points for her team. And if this could have been a different game if her other half would have been on. Bell only shooting 2 for 8 today with 8 turnovers.
Yeah, if you're Minnesota, you're not happy with this performance, but you're going to be happy with Wagner walking away with 35 maybe plus points with and Bell, as you said, not her usual offensive self. And if Minnesota hadn't turned the ball over 22 times, then this would be definitely a different game. So I think there are lots of learning points for Minnesota, and they can take some positives from this game moving forward.
Definitely. Now it will be Minnesota inbounding the ball, and Tinjum inbound to Bell. Bell now brings the ball up. Finds Lamb, who checked in during the game during the media timeout. Now Flaherty with the ball. Finds Thompson. Thompson left, not good. And Lamb not able to pick up the ball. And there's still the Michigan ball. Thompson going to be inbounding the ball. Passes to Dunston. Passes to Gondrzik. Out to Flaherty, top of the key. Flaherty now hands the ball over to Thompson. Now Flaherty passes out to Tome. Has Thompson, swings it to Dunston, and Dunston's left-handed layup is good. And that ball movement led to Dunston getting that open look. And it's 84-61 Michigan with 1:42 left on the clock. Bell now with the ball, passes to Hubbard at the top of the key. Passes to Wagner, Wagner being double teamed. Passes it out to Tim Jumps long 3, that's not good. And Lamke was able to get the rebound. Pass out to Bell, whose 3 is good. And it's 84-64 Michigan with 1:22 left on the clock. Thompson now bringing the ball up. Just goes to her left. Passes to Thompson, to Gondrzik. Gondrzik back to Thompson. Thompson now to Flaherty. Flaherty quickly back to Thompson. Thompson to Gondrzik. And Gondrzik's shot's not good. Tome now with the rebound. And it was last touch by Minnesota. That would be still Michigan ball. And now checking in for Michigan will be Maria Backman. That'll be getting her first minutes of the night. As well as checking back in is Munger and Williams. Coach KBA giving the rest of her players the night off now. Flaherty now with the ball. Flaherty being guarded by Bell. Passes to Backman. Backman loses the ball. And Hubbard with the steal. Hubbard passes to Wagner, who passes it to Tim Jump for a nice easy left-handed layup. And it's 84-66 Michigan with 43.5 seconds left on the clock. Flaherty now bringing the ball up. Goes to her right. Passes to Tome. Tome out to Williams. Back to Backman. And Flaherty's three is not good. Hits the front of the rim. Wagner with the rebound. Bell now with the ball. Bell, 15 seconds left on the clock. Shot clock not present. Wagner now with the ball. Her three is up, and that's good. And it's 38 points for Wagner in tonight's game. 38 points and 8 rebounds, and it's 84-69 Michigan. 5 seconds left on the clock, and that'll be it. It looks like as Michigan runs up the clock, and so the final score 84-69. Michigan Wolverines get another win, undefeated at home. 4-1 now in conference play, but with a tough game coming up later this week against the Terrapins.
Yeah, so the Wolverines, great start so far in Big Ten play with it to defend home court. But as you said, big game against Maryland. It's going to be a big test. Even if they just keep it close and don't pull out a victory and upset, I think that will be good. You know, they kept it close with number 11 Ohio State. Didn't have it quite. They weren't able to box out Ohio State. Halleck Dome was in foul trouble. So it just, you know, they're going to have to work on the little things and continue to make sure that the three big players on their team, Dome, Gonderzik, and Flaherty, are able to knock down shots.
Well, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Alex Lopez, and with me is Emily Herrick. And have a good night, and a Go Blue.